Welcome, supers.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Biz Coach Reacts video here on the Super Joe Pardo Show. I'm joined by my friend Carrie Caulfield, Eric from Yeah Podcasting. How you doing today?
I'm great, Joe. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I thank you so much for being here on my first guest on the Biz Coach Reacts series. This time we're doing Bar Rescue Season 1, Episode 4, The Kilkenny's Pub. But before we get started, I need you to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm so that we can get this information into the eyeballs of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. Now, let's get started.
Last year, more than 5,000 failing bars nationwide closed their doors for good. If things don't change soon, Kilkenny's Irish Pub in Redondo Beach, California will become just another statistic. 5 years ago, Allie Speed, with the help of her sister Alexis, used all of her inheritance to open a pub on Redondo Pier.
I was 23 and I had just graduated from college, and the bar that I worked at closed down. So I thought, just open a bar. Bar's open!
There's what was that?
Just open a bar.
A telephone booth. That's some prime real estate there for people to be seen standing, waiting to get in. And you gotta. I mean, I wonder if it's even a working telephone booth.
It's. I don't associate any. I don't know what the telephone booths look like in Ireland, but I don't associate that at all.
Like England, right? Like
right.
England, English telephone booths.
Yeah.
This looks like a green knockoff. Though maybe that's the way they look in Ireland. I haven't been there yet.
But
Someday.
Also I'm thinking, like, if you look at the shots of the area, like the location, it looks very beachy, very young. And that bar looks like your grandfather would hang out there.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I would agree.
Bar's open! What are you drinking?
Upon opening, Kilkenny's thrived, and people flocked to the hot new bar on the pier. But Kilkenny's success was short-lived.
There's a learning curve for us. Our bills are exorbitant.
Today, the bar is suffering in the hands of the general manager, Carlos, who is also Allie's ex-boyfriend.
That's always the ex-boyfriend working there is never a good thing. Even the boyfriend, right? Like it's just not good to be dating. You don't poo where you eat is
right,
the
and
saying out of my book.
You don't give your boyfriend access to all the finances if they're not an actual stakeholder.
Yeah, he's just the general manager. He gets to walk away, go get another job and another girlfriend. And he looks a lot older than she does. I don't know. I mean, looks can be deceiving, but
I'm 22 years old.
I'm not talking about I'm kidding. Though Carlos is not legally.
I mean, if they're bickering like that, that's not a good sign.
No, and what are your employees supposed to think, right?
Yeah. It's not a good sign. Look for the team.
For Kilkenny's
it's not your house.
Allie has made him a managing partner, and as a result, the bar is no longer turning a profit.
You didn't sign personally on these loans. Yeah, but you can walk out of here tomorrow, man.
Yep.
Now,
No responsibility to it.
Allie is on the verge of closing the doors to Kilkenny's permanently.
Yesterday, the water company came here to turn your water off.
This has been my life, and to lose it, I can't take that.
Allie has agreed to pull back the doors, bust open the books, and make a call for help to Bar Rescue.
It always makes it like so hard to watch people like losing their life to this. It's like, oh, we're opening a bar, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be great, or even a business, and then it's not great, it's not fun, and we're not making any money.
Yeah, and it highlights all your personal problems and your personal baggage, because I think when you're a business owner, you bring all of that into your business.
Yeah, you do, especially when you bring your boyfriend or ex-boyfriend into and keep them around.
Redondo Beach, located just 30 minutes south.
Though I get it, it's it's hard. Like when you feel like you have somebody in place and you're like, oh, and other things are going wrong, and I say this in like every episode. It's like it turns into a boulder like bearing down on you. And it's like, well, I could find somebody else, but like, is there somebody else I trust? Like, no. Do I trust the ex-boyfriend? No, probably not that much, but I don't not trust him. I trust him more than some other person I would bring off the street. Right. And
the devil you know versus the devil you don't, right? And onboarding somebody takes a lot of energy.
It does. It does. And fear of the unknown starts to take over there. And that's, that's not how you want to drive life or business, in my opinion.
Nope.
Has plenty of both. Recently, CNNMoney.com rated Redondo Beach as the number 12 best city for the rich and single. There are just under 67,000 people in Redondo, with an average income of $104,000. At the top of the Redondo Pier sits Kilkenny's Irish Pub, an oceanfront property near a heavily trafficked bike path. However,
but is that what
very
you
few
think
those
of?
potential customers-
Do you think of Irish Pub when you go to the beach?
No, I mean, we're on the East Coast, and things definitely are a little bit different here on the East Coast, right? But no, I don't know that the Irish Pub thing makes a lot of sense, and that I bet you that rent there is insane.
Oh, for sure.
Now, I mean, granted, they probably have nice weather 90% of the year and people there, but it's still, I think that's a fair point. Irish Pub right on the beach, probably not the thing. Not for like a touristy area, right?
And not where it's a bunch of singles.
Yeah.
Ever make their way up to the bar.
$5 margaritas, Kilkenny's Irish Pub.
Renowned bar consultant John Taffer has been called here by the owner, Allie Speed, who is desperate to save her bar from closing.
You guys ready for margarita, guys? Coming up, check it out. They're failing big time. They really need our help.
John will send his wife.
Wait, did he say a margarita? Is that? No, I don't drink. Just putting it out there. I don't drink at all. But I don't think I'm getting a margarita at an Irish pub.
At an Irish pub, no. And full disclosure, like I was a manager at a restaurant with a bar years ago. So yeah, I know the menu.
Was it an Irish pub?
No, it was not. And so we didn't advertise like, oh, come get Guinness. Right? We advertised, come get your Budweiser tall boys, because that's what we sold. That's
you knew
what
your
the customers
market.
wanted.
You knew who was coming there. You knew your avatar, which you should know with your business at all times. And this is why Carrie's here, by the way, for anyone who couldn't figure it out. It's not just because I like Carrie, but she has experience, and she likes yelling at her TV like me.
I love yelling at my TV.
To Kilkenny's to evaluate the bar from the perspective.
It's nice to
of a
see
first-time
John's
customer.
wife. He looks so young in this. I mean, he's like 10 years old.
It has no curb appeal. It's probably worse on the inside than it is on the outside. So here are some Yelp reviews. If I were in the area
On
again,
paper.
this would definitely be the last place I would suggest going for something to do. 2 girlfriends and I ordered margaritas. They all came out in different glasses. I bet they don't even have margarita glasses.
Well, probably not. It's an Irish pub. They shouldn't have margarita glasses.
Wow. The manager was pretty clueless. We got our work cut out for us. I want you to go in, have a drink, order a margarita.
Okay.
Order some food. Get a feeling for the cleanliness, the organization.
Sounds good.
Great. The reason why I send my wife Nicole is she'll talk to the staff, and once we understand what the customers think about this business, then we can start to improve it.
And probably because it was nice to be in California. Versus, I don't think she was there for the Philly episode or the last. Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to Philly. Are you crazy? And in the fall or the early spring, no way. Winter,
I can hear that conversation. If you're gonna come to California with me, you're gonna work.
Yes.
Nicole heads into Kilkenny's, a 4,300 square foot space, which features a linear bar with 2 service stations
Huge.
and an oceanfront dining area off to the side. In addition to the cameras that have
You
been
know that's
following
gotta be
Kilkenny's
expensive.
staff, hidden cameras have been placed around the bar to capture Nicole's recon.
When I first walked into Kilkenny's, I was immediately confused as to what the concept was supposed to be. There's nothing Irish about the decor whatsoever. In fact, it's like a big open room with a stage and a bar. The place just
But there's a phone booth.
1,000 years old.
Yeah.
Not very clean. I heard it was
Those floors. Oh my goodness.
Something that's funny is the hidden camera thing is always I always find funny. It's like they should call it surveillance cameras, right? Because that's what it is. It's not a hidden camera. A hidden camera would be like, we put this painting on the wall and there's a camera behind the painting that you can't see. That's a hidden camera. Putting this giant thing that's about the size of this water bottle.
And also
LTTstore.com.
most bars and restaurants, even if they're like not chain restaurants, they have surveillance systems. So they're
Yeah.
already they probably didn't put the camera in there, okay?
Well, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, possibly. But I don't know. Some of these places are doing so bad, their cameras probably, I wouldn't put it past them to not have a working camera system.
Well, yeah. Maybe they got an upgrade.
Do you guys have like a super or something like that? Not anymore? That stinks.
Is that like, how is that selling anything? Is that a person?
Yeah.
Is that a what is that guy? There's a guy in there in the middle there. You see him? Like, he's like hidden.
Yeah.
See, now that's like a hidden person. Like, what is going on there? He's not there.
It's a terrified production.
Oh,
assistant.
it's not a guy. Oh, I feel like the what's his face from the Muppet 3D show. Like, to take off the goofy mask. That's not a mask. That's a lady.
That reflects the concept. Their menu doesn't even touch on any kind of Irish food. Oh, damn.
Is that what you bought?
I mean, the cheese looks like a slice of flypaper. I pushed my food plate away from me because it was just inedible at that moment. Well, we're going to pass on that. Shot. I look over at Allie, the owner, and she's on a customer's shoulders getting a piggyback ride. Can I get a massage? She was getting a back rub.
This is
another
her
customer.
playground.
She was just really hanging out.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Have you
That's
worked
her
in a place like
playground.
that where this is their playground?
I've seen like bartenders treat the bar like that, and they didn't last long because you don't make money.
Yeah, you're not making money acting like that.
Looked like it's just a social butterfly and a patron. I tried to order a margarita, and it comes. You guys have like regular margarita glasses? Wait, some of them.
Okay, can we talk about the margarita?
Yeah. Let's go back here.
You guys have like regular
What is that? Like a
It says it's like a pint
12
glass.
ounce,
glasses?
Yeah, it's a pint
12
glass.
ounce glass.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a lot of alcohol. That's a lot of product for $5, right?
Is that what they said they're charging? $5? I mean,
Yeah,
that
$5
$18
margaritas, and
that-
that's like 2 margaritas. Right? There's
Well,
probably
don't
2
they have
margaritas.
the giant like bowl glass? But I guess they're not charging $5 for the giant bowl glass.
But if you look at the bowl glass, it's not 12 ounces. Unless you have like a supersized grande margarita.
Yeah.
They're if they're 8 ounces, I don't remember the actual size. It's a surprise because remember it's got the wide rim and then usually a smaller like bowl.
Right, and the bottom's
on
like
the
really thick, so it
Yes.
looks like it's a lot. I know it looks a lot bigger than it actually is from a holding standpoint, but
Right.
but I thought they had ones that were like more like this.
Yeah, but you're not going
like-
to pay $5 for it.
No, but
right?
what is that 18? That's a pretty expensive bottle next to that, isn't it? 1,800. Is that expensive?
Oh yeah, that looks like top shelf.
Just I'm pretty sure.
Like
I mean, I don't know my liquor, so I can't tell you.
Well,
I
I'm
know
not like- I
I know
don't-
my business. That's what I know.
right? And I wasn't a bartender. I just tried to bartend. I wasn't good at it. But that's okay. And the other thing about the margarita is if you want a margarita, you want an actual that's like a faux margarita because it's not blended.
Oh.
Bartenders hate breaking out the blender, by the way.
Well, that's
They
why you
hate
get the
making
margarita
blender drinks.
machine, right? Like the frozen machine, so you could just be like, psh, 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 and then.
Yeah, but it's always better.
Oh,
by
they're saying it's
hand.
always broken because
Yeah.
those frozen
Well, then you
machines
have
do
to make
break.
sure they're cleaning it too, right? Because that's the other thing. Because those
Yes.
machines get nasty.
Yep.
And if you have somebody who gets lazy, that like sugary stuff, all of a sudden you've got a bar and restaurant full of gnats, which I've
that
seen.
does not sound good.
No.
Wait, some of them pint glasses and pint glasses. But I do have like one margarita glass, 2 margarita glasses, the red
You know,
one.
I will say at least what was her name? Was it Allie?
I don't remember.
At least she's got a smile on her face this whole time that she's saying, like she's talking to her. She's not like getting indignant or anything like that. And I love how Carlos is standing there in the background, just like hovering over the situation, but not like
Not
pretending
general
to talk to the-
managing.
Yeah, right.
Glasses and pint glasses. But I do have like one margarita glass, 2 margarita glasses, the red rim. And the red rim, that's a margarita glass. That's the margarita glass? Come on, you gotta do a margarita with me. Come on. I'll have margarita with sauce on the rocks, no sweet and sour. I thought it was amazing that within 2 seconds of asking her to have a drink with me, she gladly obliged. Cheers. Or what did the
That's why
Irish
she's
say?
smiling.
Hey, at least she let her have the glass.
The glass.
I thought Allie was gonna be the one to be like, yeah, I'll let y'all do a margarita with you. Let me put it in the right glass.
But it's like going to the restaurant and saying, "Can I have a fork instead of a spoon?" And then being told, "Well, we only have one fork."
The rest are spoons.
Yeah.
I think there's an Alanis Morissette song about that.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
With the recon complete, Nicole heads out to debrief John on her first impressions of Kilkenny's.
How'd it go?
That was really rough, seriously.
Was it?
There's really nothing Irish about it.
Did you meet the owner?
I did. The owner is more like a customer than she is an owner or even a manager. She was getting massaged by another customer, sitting around at the tables. I told her that since I was the one margarita drinker in her restaurant that she should celebrate with me, and she gladly obliged.
She had a drink with you.
Yes.
How was your food?
It was totally inedible.
So did they do anything right?
They were nice, but it was just a disaster.
Well, I got what I need.
You know, I think what's also interesting is that they had people in the bar, and I think that's a really important lesson for all business owners. And I've said it before, and I will continue to say it, just like Graham Stephan hammers home the same lesson every single video he does, which is invest and keep investing. Don't stop. Don't time the market. Anyway, point being is you can have a bar full of people and still make no money because you're not paying attention to your costs.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a difference. You know, you could have people buying drinks. Doesn't matter.
Good.
Okay, I'll see you later. Nicole has completed her recon. I have the information I need. Now I'm going to go into the business, take control of it, and start to improve it.
I also wonder
Saturday
if
night,
these
bringing big
these
crowd.
episodes were filmed in sequence, like if he filmed like episode 1 and then 2 and then 3, so he got better, or if they were filmed out of order, because he shows a much softer side in these early episodes so far than in the later episodes where he just like flips a table over and doesn't care.
I think he does that for the drama.
Well,
right?
right. I mean, yeah, he does, but it's still, he could have did that in the beginning, but he didn't so much.
As I walked in a bar, I knew exactly what Nicole was talking about. Filth,
Oh.
confusion.
Ugh.
Why are you charging $12 for apple rice? Is that Vegas?
Was it $9?
Apple rice?
I thought it was 10.
Owner Alex
Nobody knows
Peters-
what to charge. That's terrible.
Do they
for
have a
our-
POS, a point of sale machine?
It didn't look well. They weren't standing around when they were talking about it. They're holding a paper check. I mean, this was 10 years ago, so I don't expect everybody to
Well,
have.
no, they
like,
had them though. I mean, like they still had really nice ones that you could get used.
Probably
Pete and
not.
her staff are unaware of John's
Yeah.
arrival, and an argument erupts between
Looks like they
Allie
have a
and
claw
General Manager
game in the
Carlos,
corner.
because
That's
Carlos
always a
wants
good
to leave
time.
before his shift is over.
You just leave? Like, really, this is like...
Gotta come right back here tomorrow.
I do too. Where were you on Monday?
Stop it. You need to calm down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Monday's off. Oh,
Because you
yeah,
were
was off.
What did you do on Tuesday? I remember you drinking a bottle of Don Julio at the table that nobody paid for.
That's my day off.
That's what I remember. Where were you on Wednesday?
Wednesday, I was here helping you and Minnie.
You weren't. You didn't work all week, Carlos.
This operation's a mess.
You guys, who has this table?
Now
I have a
I'm
feeling
sitting with the owner.
everybody's
Let's see what
drinking
she
the
thinks about
profits.
this business. Hello, Allie.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm Tapper. I understand.
Yeah,
you're
like I said, they have people there, so it's not like they have nobody coming into the bar.
They're just
or
not
at least-
charging anybody for alcohol.
Yeah, right.
Help.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Big time?
Big time.
Let's go sit down for a
All
minute.
right. Honestly, I feel right now that I'm on my last legs, so I pray that John knows exactly what he's doing, because otherwise the alternative would be to close.
Okay, so when did you open the place?
I opened July 4th, 2006, with my sister and Carlos, who's now my ex.
Carlos. What is his title?
He's like the GM. He manages schedules. He's been in the restaurant industry a lot longer than I have.
Can you manage him as the owner, or does he manage you?
I think it goes both ways.
And I'm going to be honest with you.
No.
If I had a general manager who worked
That
well,
hesitation, no.
that's enough of the answer, right? Like that's one of those things where it's like you need to self-evaluate and like step back and say, like, if somebody asked me this question, if somebody were to ask me this question, how would I answer that question? And my answer, is it good enough? Is it good enough for me? Is it good enough for my team? Is it good enough for the community that wants to come here, that wants a place to come and drink? I mean, maybe they don't really want an Irish bar. I don't know, but answer the question. That's it.
Yeah, well, the silence speaks volumes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
workers and I was losing money, I'd change my general manager.
But he's a managing partner.
Are the three of you guys in debt over this now?
Oh, no, we're in debt.
You're in debt.
Where
Is
or
Carlos on the
you
way
are?
for everything?
Yeah.
So he's not your partner. You're the one at risk, not him. Where is he? Is he here? When I talked to Ali about Carlos tonight, who's our supposed general manager, he wasn't even there. And it doesn't take spending any time with him. All I have to do is walk through the business to see his shortcomings in every aspect, front to back of this business.
It's
I
a
want you to know
mess.
that I'm serious. No
It
drinking problem.
is, right? I mean, I think it's important for people to remember that, like, it's easy to point out flaws, right? But it's a lot harder to, like, actually act on those flaws and, like, make those changes. And some of them are small, right? But those small things add up to big, to the overall picture.
Yeah, it is. But I know, like, from a restaurant perspective, that management piece is critical because that manager's defining the culture.
Yep.
And if the manager doesn't care that things are clean, the bartenders aren't going to care. And, like, the bartender should be constantly cleaning. If they're not serving, they're wiping, right? Because it's sticky, it's messy, it's, people
It
spill
piles
stuff.
up too quickly. Like it gets out
Yeah.
of control. Yeah. No,
And then
absolutely.
that most bars, like those like lemon wedges and cherries and all the things that you have, that's all prepared like on cutting boards on the bar, right? And just gross if your bar's not clean, right? Because then you have
Absolutely.
contamination. You can make somebody sick.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sober for you guys. You can't drink and run this business. How do you wish your employees not to drink if you want themselves? I mean, no drinking in this place.
Drinking on the job is not only irresponsible, it can also affect the bottom line. The U.S. Department of Labor estimates that due to workers drinking while on the clock, American businesses lose roughly $70 billion each year due to alcohol-related accidents, illness, and premature death.
Allie, we have no standards in this business. It's dirty. The staff is untrained. You're making more.
I mean, that seems like an awful lot of money per year. I don't know. Does that seem like high? That seems a little high? That seems high to
Well,
me.
no, because insurance comp won't cover if the employee's been drinking.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That yeah, I guess when you start thinking like that, then yeah.
Yeah.
And medical bills are expensive as anything.
Yes.
Since by the minute that you're making friends. You're not going to like this, but this is the way it's going to go. I want you to close this bar. I'm going to give you a half hour.
Right now?
Yes, I do.
Let me close the bar right now.
I do. This owner is clueless. The place isn't full, and the sooner I close it, the sooner I get to work and get this place making money. I'm not going to play games with you, but I'm going to teach you how to make money if you'll work with me.
Stephanie, if you just do me a favor, just do last call with everyone.
I think
Last call.
I think the other thing that's really interesting is like, so she's had the bar since 2006. This is filmed in probably 2010 or 2011, right? So she's had like 4 or 5 years to like figure this out. And you can say the same like for lots of business owners, not just in this show, but in general. It's like you had 4 or 5 years to figure it out, and you just have let it get away from you. It doesn't have. Is the restaurant business that complicated, Carrie?
Not really.
I mean, I've never actually been in the restaurant business specifically, but it just doesn't seem like it. It's that you produce and you clean up.
Yeah, really, what's hard in the restaurant
produce,
business,
clean up.
Right. It's the people management that's hard. Right. It's
Right.
that culture. It's that. It's a high stress job. I will say, like, I would compare it to almost being like an EMT, right? Because it's lots of pressure all at once and then a whole lot of nothing at those slow times. It shouldn't be life and death if you're cleaning things properly.
Yeah, right.
But it can be, right?
if you're doing it.
Yeah.
I know. Are we doing last call at 10 o'clock? I don't know what's going on. When Ali first said it was last call, I was shocked. It's 10 o'clock. Too damn early for last call.
It's ridiculous.
Why is he dressed like a leprechaun, by the way?
It's an Irish like, pub. Somebody's got to, I guess. I don't know.
He's the Irish decoration.
I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone.
For the improvements he'll be making in the days ahead.
I want to make a strong statement to the employees that things are going to change. It's time I take control of this business. My name is John Taffer. I'm going to change this business totally. I'm going to reopen it, and I have no time to play around, guys. If you're in my way, I'm going to roll over you, or I'm going to push you out of my way. I am going to make her successful.
He wants to come in and.
Well, he already pushed Carlos out of the way because he ain't even there.
The whole bar around. It's pretty shocking for us to hear that.
Can't believe I'm closed.
So you also have to remember that the bartenders
Yeah.
are making tips. Like that's their basically their sole income. And it doesn't matter whether they're giving alcohol away to customers for free or not. They're still going to get tips. And if they are giving things to customers for free, they usually get more tips, right? Because then that money's going to go in the bartender's pocket, not the till.
Yeah, and that's that's why you gotta do the training. You gotta keep a strong grip on your inventory and know so that you're not too far behind where the loss is coming from. So you can pick it up and move forward.
That's why you don't drink on the job.
I have to pay my rent and my sister's rent and the rent on this property, and I have no business, none, on a Saturday. I'm freaking pissed.
Coming up on Bar Rescue.
Carlos is more of a problem than he is an asset. Surprise, surprise. Carlos is incompetent. This guy is the kiss of death.
Well,
Ali Speed owns Kilkenny's
Got a bad feeling about Carlos.
Yeah.
John Taffer for help.
It is not going well for Carlos already out of the gate.
John has only 4 days to turn this failing business around. He begins by meeting with Ali and her sister Alexis.
We are in a pretty dire financial situation, and we are definitely at risk for losing a business that we built.
Come out with me for a second.
2 years ago, I went back to night school, so I'm not here all the time, but I'm most certainly doing my best to keep the business afloat.
This morning, John will show Ali and Alexis the problems that make a bad impression on customers before they even open the.
Wait, what was that? Was that just
Trash?
okay.
It,
I mean,
yeah.
That's
it's a straw wrapper.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can point out, but that seems like overly dramatic. Like, look at this straw wrapper that could have just blew here.
That's very true.
Before they even open the doors.
When I walk up here and go like this, at the front door of your restaurant, I want to come here and eat. How does that make you feel?
Sick.
If you want.
Well, other people didn't seem to feel that way. That's why they were there on a Saturday night.
Well, if you were getting free alcohol.
Yeah, I guess that's the big draw.
Yeah. So that's what I think is happening. I think the
Yeah.
bartenders are giving it away, and that's why they're customers.
And if you're not going to be a dive bar, then son of a gun, guys. This is unbelievable to me.
But even at a dive bar, it shouldn't have dust and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah. And dive bars are fantastic, right? They're having a whole renaissance right now.
They absolutely are. And it's a matter of like still find like how did that much dust accumulate on that sill on the outside? That's what I'm surprised about.
That's great. Yeah.
That is-
Wow.
Guys, when a liquor guy comes in and tries to give you flags, just say no. The minute you put flags up there, you're now a dive bar. But you don't want to be a dive bar.
Right.
So you're conflicting with yourself. Make sense, Ellie?
Yeah.
Why does it say Jah Love on the outside window? It tells me it's a reggae bar. Understand, there's an Irish symbol here. There's a leprechaun giving out margaritas. Who are we?
Right.
We have to be cohesive. We have to come together. The music, the decor,
See,
the
I
uniforms.
think an Irish pub at the beach can make sense if it's high end enough. Like I feel
Yes.
like it needs to be a high end thing. Like you can't put a dive bar next to the beach and be like, hey, yeah, you should come here because we're in the right place and you are and you want to drink, right? Or you want basically a free drink. You gotta make it so that it's like this is an elevated experience because we are at the beach. We are at a expensive location in California.
And they have those kinds of authentic Irish pubs in Ireland.
Yeah, they do on the beach,
Yeah.
but not touristy boardwalk beach. But maybe I don't know. I haven't been there.
I don't know.
yet.
I've never been, but I assume they do.
It's got to make sense to you. Guys, this is a disaster. You agree?
Yeah. A lot of the things John's saying are starting to make sense to me. Not always easy to hear, but they're starting to make sense.
It's weird. Why are they? It's weird that they're open right now. Like, are they like open for breakfast or something? I guess. Breakfast at the
yeah.
beach.
Understanding of the specific problems with the bar and kitchen.
Like
John
normally it's never open like on the second day. Like
Maybe
that's
it's just
weird.
like B-roll that they're showing us.
has invited
Maybe.
2 top-tier specialists.
Now I'm going to bring in my experts, a great chef and a killer mixologist.
For the kitchen,
Oh,
John
this
has
is the
called
fun
in executive
part.
chef Josh
Yeah.
Capon. His versatility will be key to revamping Kilkenny.
They didn't bring Brian Duffy again? Why Brian Duffy was on the other episodes with the Irish pub.
John has brought in Michael Tips.
Maybe he
one of the
can
most
go to
sought-after
California.
mixologists in the
Yeah,
country.
maybe.
It's gonna shake it really hard because I want to get all the essence of the blackberry in that, okay?
With years of experience, Michael will help the Kilkenny staff elevate their skills so that the owners can elevate their profits.
Nice to meet you. Allie, Josh. Guys, Josh, he's going to take your kitchen and turn this place around. Mike Tips is one of the best mixologists in the country. He's going to focus on training, putting in new products, new recipes, and tighten up your bar operation.
All right.
Before they get started, Michael and Josh do their own walkthrough to assess Kilkenny's issues firsthand.
These hardly work, but
They hardly work.
And you know, it makes me wonder, like maybe this is part of the early episodes, like still trying to figure out the formula, and that's why they're like, well, people are going to be in there to eat breakfast or whatever, and we'll just let them do it.
Yeah,
Christmas
they're finding their footing.
decor.
Yeah.
This is the
But they'll close down to clean.
Yes, I would.
Get a good
They should have cleaned last night. They shouldn't have sent anybody home.
Management, the owners, they got to get their together because this place is going to fall apart. The environment's horrible, the ambiance, everything. I'm praying it's not the same in the kitchen, but it very well could be.
The chef Capon
Oh, come
enters
on,
the
you know
kitchen.
it
He
is.
gets his
Like,
first taste
don't.
of Kilkenny's shockingly low standards.
Tongs in the garbage?
Oh.
That's a violation.
That's more than a violation. That's just. I mean, that's terrible. Like, why would you think that that's
Tongs? Tongs in the garbage?
that? Like, yeah. Why are you?
Oh,
Is that where you keep your lettuce? Is that like the lettuce bin?
maybe.
Is that how you
That's
keep
a
it?
little
You
horrifying.
just get a trash bag, put a plastic bag in it, and just start dumping lettuce in, and then just pull like
Or maybe that's how they
think
do
so.
their salads.
Out of the
Just
trash.
out of the trash.
That's a violation. Because you're picking up food and we're in the garbage. Believe in the damn tongs.
Oh
in the
no,
garbage.
it's definitely not because there was trash
Believe
there.
in the damn tongs in the garbage. That's just not right. Stuff like that, obviously a problem.
Yeah,
You can't put this
you
in
got
ice machines.
It gets clogged.
Yeah, it gets clogged, but also gets rust. You gotta remember, where's this ice go? Somebody's cocktail.
When I found out about things in the kitchen, I felt sad and I felt angry that somehow it had gotten to this point.
Oh, really? These are frozen.
See, but
cigarettes
if you
frozen
don't
water.
know, if you don't have experience, so Carlos has obviously failed here because if you don't have experience in how to clean a restaurant kitchen, the average person isn't going to think about this, right? Especially young people who haven't been out in the world for a long time and they're seem really young, so they're not cleaning under things yet.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Last I checked, we have something called Google, and you have somebody in that you surround yourself with the people that you believe have the experience to know things that like tongs should not be sitting in the trash.
Right, but I think that's something that we know, being a little bit older, a little bit more experienced, right? Because
Carlos seems plenty old enough to know. And he's
yeah,
the general
Carlos
manager.
seems like he's got a good deal. Because where is he?
Yep.
Completely unacceptable. There are little things that aren't a big deal, and then there are things that are big things that get somebody sick, and then you have the health department on your ass, and you're going to get shut down.
Some of the things in the kitchen I had no idea about and was mortified.
Now that John and his experts have assessed Kilkenny's most obvious problems, it's time to deal with a potentially bigger one. Carlos, who as the general manager is responsible
there he
for
is.
the day-to-day operations of the business.
Everything that happened in this business is a symptom for management. And hopefully I can learn a lot from my discussion with Carlos. I'm looking forward to seeing how he could let it go to this level.
John is ready to talk, but with Carlos busy texting,
Let's go, guys.
the meeting doesn't start off well.
Oh, see, Carlos is Googling how to be a
If you're
GM.
going to talk to me,
Oh yeah, that's good. That's awesome to see. You know what's also interesting is in the later seasons, John no longer wears a collared shirt. He just wears like a t-shirt under his jacket, which is it's just interesting to see the change in look.
Makes him more likable.
Yeah, I guess.
Jason, put the damn phone down. Come on, Carlos. You want to hold on a minute.
It's also interesting. It's like there are literally 2 to 3 cameras, maybe more, on you right now, and you're just like, no, you hold on. I'm just doing I'm just texting. I'm just sending. I'm doing this. Can't you see?
Right.
We're trying to film a TV show here. Is it really that hard to
Unless you pay
your
me
head out
to
of your
look like
butt?
a jerk.
Yes. Well, I hey, this is reality TV, so there are things that are exaggerated.
It's a serious business to me. Now let's start with reality here. These girls are in debt $900,000, and they're personally on the hook. You didn't sign personally on these loans.
Yeah, but I'm
Don't give me any yet. No, you're not. You can walk out of here tomorrow, man, and you're not on the bank loans. The credit.
But he walked out yesterday, so it's a foreshadowing.
I'm going to chase you down, man. That's bull. Don't say that. That's bull. When you look at the debt that Ali and Alexis have, and the fact that he walks past the filth and the disorganization every day, it's hard for me not to get angry about that.
Who's trained you? You just learned this from yourself? You're gonna sit here and start like...
Doesn't matter who trained you, because I know what I'm doing.
Okay, supposedly, so just show me how you do it.
Okay, let's take a walk.
Let's go, buddy.
Look at this place. I've done this a lot of times. I've never seen this before.
Who are you?
I've done this a lot of times.
Well, and we have to keep in mind again. This is like the fourth episode ever, right? So nobody really knew who he was because the show probably didn't even air until well after these 8 episodes or whatever it is for the first season.
But he knew enough to get paid by a production company to go on TV as an expert to help people. I mean,
it's not by accident. It's not like there was a suggestion by somebody when I was going to film the first episode of The Top with Super Joe Pardo, and we were like kicking around ideas, and one of the ideas was, why don't I just show up at a small business and like with cameras and just start pointing out things and like how we can fix them. This isn't clearly that's not what's happening here. Like,
right.
But it's just the idea that like somebody would walk into your business and be like, why is there dust here? Why is there that? Like, then I would feel like my grandfather when he showed up to our shop and be like, the fence outside those wooden posts, the one is like falling off it's one of those 3-rung fences, with the wooden posts. And then one of them is falling off. And it's like, it's on the edge of the like nobody cares about that. It's a piece of wood. There's a lot bigger things to worry about than that. It's not like a health department issue. It's not a tripping hazard. It's not even near where anybody parks. It's on the far side of the parking lot. Like,
but it's part of the overall package.
It is
commitment to everything else.
No, it is. But my point is that showing up and just stirring the pot and then leaving, is what he was good for towards the end.
I kind of like that. I think I'd have fun with them.
I think you would.
I feel bad for these girls. Why don't you?
Dude, what do you think I'm doing here? I'm hanging out, just chilling.
You chilling and having a nice day as they're
Yeah, I think so.
$500,000.
No. I come to work, buddy.
Really? What do you do?
We do a lot.
Tell me. You organize the bar?
Occasionally when I need to, yes.
When you need to. So you don't need to now. Do you need to now?
What?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't today.
You came to work today, you didn't do it. You came to work yesterday, you didn't do it. You went home last night. Carlos, come on, don't pick on me. I'm not the guy sitting here leaving them on the line. You want to make this easy on both of us? I want you to accept responsibility. I want you to look me in the face and say, I get it, John. I dropped the freaking ball. I'm going to pull it together and come through for her. That's what a ball. I'm going to pull it together and come through for her.
Meanwhile, I mean, again, you selective editing and all, but it's just sitting on the sideline, like watching this, like you're the person that should be mad. You're the one that's got, almost $1 million of debt that you can't just walk away from.
Right.
And
she looks like worried for him.
Yeah, right. Like, oh man, Carlos is going to have,
I would be furious.
He's so mad, or at least if you're going to get mad, like if you're going to have some kind of emotion to the point where it's like, start yelling at John Taffer then. Like if you're that upset, like if you're like that triggered or bothered about him being yelled at, then start yelling at John Taffer and say like, yo, back off. Carlos is great.
Own your
He's
management style. Like
do something, right?
Yes. Yeah, and she seems very passive.
Yeah.
Can't be everybody's friend.
Oh.
I'm so scared right now. I'm scared because I don't know how to run the business. The Carlos can't maybe Alexis. Don yelled at me on the way out. Don't go tell him it's okay. Because that's what you would do. I don't mean to. I'm just like, that's what you would do.
Oh boy.
See, I think she feels like she can't do any of this or learn any of this.
Which again, you've been there for how many years? 4 years, 5 years, 6 years? Like I don't know. There comes a point where it's like you got to learn too, right? And get
You should do every job.
Go to a conference. Go to a conference, right? Meet some other bar owners or restaurant owners, or go to a chamber of commerce meeting for a Facebook group. Well, Facebook existed, right? 2011. Yeah, Facebook existed.
Yeah.
A Yahoo group. Go somewhere and find somebody else that's dealing with these same pain points that you are. And at least then you can commiserate and hopefully learn. Or watch these videos, because we got them now. Ding, ding.
Yay.
Only 3 days before the big relaunch, Ali, Alexis, and even Carlos meet with John, who has done extensive research on the Redondo Beach bar market.
This is Redondo Beach, and if we look across, every one of these stars are our chief competitors. Some of them have beachy elements, but there's not a beach bar in this whole damn place. The average owner is $785.
That's surprising.
Disposable income levels are good here. So my point is that this community can support all these bars. There's room for us to get our market share here.
And even with all that being said, Carlos is still sitting at the table, like, with them, talking. So he's trying. John is trying to still incorporate him.
Kilkenny's. One of the things that I'm doing is I'm creating a big, high congregation area. And the purpose of it is it creates a flow pattern.
Flow pattern refers to the way in which customers move through a bar. When the flow pattern is set up in a circular manner, people have a place to flow around, encouraging social interaction, which is why most customers are at the bar in the first place.
So a lot of the science that John's taught us, we're going to be able to really take and apply to opening a new business. I'm so excited.
Are there any numbers you can print?
In the later episodes, they don't really talk about that kind of the bar science and stuff. Like, yeah, which is interesting that they changed.
I think it's fascinating, but I don't think that the average person necessarily needs to know the science is being used on them. Like,
so the avatar for the show changed, is what you're saying. To break it down, right? Who the show was meant for changed. They thought they were going to be like, other bar owners, bartenders, people that work at bars, people that are interested in learning more about bar, maybe want to become a bar owner, might be interested in this show. And then somewhere around season 2, 3, 4,
it's drinkers.
It's like, yeah, right?
Or people like me, like business people.
Yes. That are super geeky about it. That's why I had the Business Geeks podcast. You should go listen to that.
And we'll
show.
Google it. We'll Google the science, right?
Yes. Yep.
Anything here that we can sit and go through together to give me a better picture of the business?
Nothing stored here.
Nothing serious on your home computer? Can you print up everything and bring it in for me tomorrow? How do you manage your business when your financials are at home? The financials are the center of the business. They should be kept in the business, so you can look at them every day.
Though John will have to wait to see Kilkenny's financial statements, he and his experts move forward and begin to train the staff. Renowned chef.
So the other thing is they said it's 3 days till relaunch, but like reading up on the show, there's definitely they were not doing stuff in 3-4 days time. Like it took a lot longer from what I've read. I don't know. Like everything's a mystery. All I can do is help break down the business aspect of what we're watching.
Well, they could do a data clean. The menus, obviously they have an idea going in because I'm sure they've done the market research.
You would think.
And the only thing that would be super time consuming is training and redecoration.
Yeah.
In the kitchen.
What do you got? Make me something to eat. Chicken? All right. Hey. What is this? Agua? What's this for?
This is only for quesadillas.
All right, wait, listen. We're going to change. All right,
Quesadillas.
This is silly. Let's marinate it. We're going to start doing marinades. The chicken, he opens up the drawer, it's sitting in cold water. Those chicken breasts should be marinated in some olive oil and some herbs. That way when you throw it on the grill, it's got some flavor. We're going to make a new menu. We're going to make it easier and quicker, and we're going to make it better.
Yeah.
Training continues as expert mixologist.
Yeah, I mean you're like in a again. Why are you making quesadillas? This is an Irish bar.
Evaluates the staff's skills behind the bar.
We're gonna start with the basics, okay? I want you to make me a Manhattan. I want you to make me a Cosmo. I'd like you to make me a mojito, and you to make me an absolute raspberry and tonic. Go.
I can't make you a mojito.
Why not?
I don't have any mint.
You don't do mojitos because you don't have mint.
Michael is realizing that Kilkenny's lacks key ingredients and supplies that are essential to making a bar profitable.
Well, at least she knew that.
A shaker. We need more shakers. I am too.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
She probably had to tell people no based on where she is. Yeah.
Raspberry vodka?
Yep.
What citrus vodka do you have?
Mojitos were really popular back then.
I like how they have so many bottles behind them and yet seemingly don't have what they need to make these drinks.
This place is a train wreck. Why do we not have the stuff that we need?
They don't buy it.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is it?
Carlos?
Okay, don't be afraid to say it. This place is going to fall apart if management doesn't step up. They don't know what they're out of, they don't know what they have, they don't know what they don't have. Carlos has got to get it together. These kids need help. Let's try that Manhattan. It's only missing bitters. Key ingredient.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Let's see. Someone make me a margarita.
You want it made how we make it here?
Yes, I want to see how you make a margarita here. All right, let's do it. I'm scared by the look.
Can you see where that came from? This is margarita.
Margarita mix, I'm sure.
First time for everything. That's disgusting. I don't think John even realizes how bad it is behind that bar. This is going to be a lot of work.
While the Kilkenny staff members work on sharpening their skills, John's experts report back on what they've learned.
Give it to me, chef. The kitchen's got some work to do, and I just think it's a question of keeping it, maintained the way it should be run. And Alberto, he's been cooking for 30 years, and I think he loves this place. I think we'll be all right. Mike, what do we got, buddy?
Well, that's good. That's good to hear. You know, there's so many times that they have people who have never cooked. Like Bill shows up on Tuesdays and he likes to go behind back into the kitchen and he makes, food and for himself and he'll make stuff for other people.
You literally hire people off the street to cook in restaurants.
Yes.
Okay. This place is a disaster. I mean, these guys don't have basic stuff you need at a bar. I mean, I could do better at a diner.
Mike, we got 2 days.
I know.
You gonna make it?
It's going to be tough.
Only 2 days remain before the big relaunch, so it's time to kick training into overdrive. Chef Capon meets with Norberto to begin revamping the kitchen.
See that? You see that? Because I told you yesterday, and you made it right today. We went from chicken sitting in ice water to marinated chicken with fresh herbs.
Norberto proves he can listen and take direction, so Chef Capon turns his attention to fixing the menu.
But the current menu is just too heavy. It's all over the place. I'm looking at the same menu that I can be seeing in the Midwest. I'm sitting here on the beach. Why am I eating a buffalo burger?
Crispy fish tacos. We're gonna cook the
I know, it's so heavy.
Yeah, it's not like I said. It's one of those things where it's like if you want to do the Irish pub thing, awesome, more power to you. But you gotta go high end at that point. Yeah. Like if you're gonna have that, you gotta fit the scenery.
We're gonna do a nice salad, right? We're on the beach. We want women in our bar, right?
Out at the bar, Michael finally has the supplies he needs to train the Kilkenny's bartenders how to make the highly profitable cocktails featured on the new drink menu.
I want people to come here for booze, not for beer, because alcohol is where all your biggest profit margins are and the way to get this place back up to where it needs to be.
You're a bar owner. The goal is to sell cocktails. They have a much higher profit margin than beer. For example, the average beer in America sells for $4, 75% of which is profit. But the average cocktail, on the other hand, sells for $7, 85% of which is profit. An extra 10% on a drink that costs nearly twice as much can make a big difference.
People should never have to ask you for water. And the point is that when you're hydrated, you don't get sick. One of the ways you can get them to buy 6 drinks is by keeping them buzzed and not drunk. So when you keep your guests hydrated, you keep them drinking for 8 hours opposed to 2 hours. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do...
I mean, who's hanging out at the bar for 8 hours? For 8 hours? Oh, that's the thing? I guess back in my DJing days, I did. But that's because I was there to DJ, not just to be there. Just
on the weekends, even though, the bar that I worked at. Yeah,
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it makes
come in
sense.
for lunch and they'd stay until last call.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wish I had that time. I wish I had that level of time to just hang out at the bar.
It's margarita, which is going to be lime, lemon, OJ, Grand Marnier, tequila. This is perfect margarita. How long does it take?
4 hours I
15
get.
seconds, 20 seconds max?
You watch a baseball game, 3 hours.
Drinks are awesome. I just have to get great on the pours, so they taste
I
perfect.
could spend my day.
Now that the staff is getting the training they desperately need,
not unless you
Ali,
paid
Alexis,
me.
and Carlos sit with John to review the financial statements.
They literally did.
Before the new bar opens.
So this is our beverage cost.
That's your beverage cost.
Well, at least they have that.
We just total our receipts.
It's all the inventory, basically.
Beverage cost isn't what you spend, it's what you consume. When I sit down and try to get their numbers,
I don't think they have
they
their.
don't really understand what they're.
Well, I mean, they showed up with something.
Well, yeah.
I mean, but that's literally better than them just being like, oh.
But you can literally track how much money you should be making per bottle of that inventory and how much you're actually making. And usually it's how much money you're losing because people are giving it away. But yeah.
Costs are and how much money they're losing every month. Do you not know these things?
Yeah, I know these things.
So it's lazy?
It's not lazy.
It is. Tell me why you chose not to do this.
I'm busy with a lot of things here. And I can't do everything all by myself.
Other managers do.
Literally the general manager's job.
He doesn't even have to do it all himself. It's not like it's him and like a bartender and one cook. There's so many people there. They have like 4 or 5 bartenders. To utilize the resources that you already have available to you. To me, it seems like you already have way too much if you're, hurting that bad.
And your bartenders are generally smart and don't need to be babysat.
Well, that's if they're real bartenders.
If they're real bartenders,
they could just be, Jill who shows up, 4 days a week and just kind of assimilated into becoming a bartender because she was tired of waiting for the drinks when she was there.
I'm just exposing the facts, Carlos. That's where it sits.
Give me that. This guy's up to chill.
The idea is not to break him. He's got about this much left.
Why not? Why not break him? If you guys were alone, you'd be better off. You have debt. He has nothing. So, to think that you have some obligation to protect him, I don't get it, Allie. This guy is bringing you down. The facts are what they are, guys. You're not picking on him. I'm picking on the facts.
Because when we first started, we were too scared too because we didn't think we knew how to do it.
And he's manipulated you guys and kept you scared, to be honest with you. He has. And you have some belief that you have to have him around. There's a dependency here that, guys, it's crazy.
It breaks my heart seeing people like that in that position that they're clinging to something that clearly isn't working and clearly doesn't know and wants to just be like, this guy's a joke. Like the guy that showed up with a camera crew, he's the joke. Like, do we not take anything seriously in the, like, come on now.
Yeah. Well, I think she's holding on to the idea that like Carlos will get better. There may be some
the situation will not change. In fact, I'm remembering this episode now, and I think he's not going to end up going anywhere. My guess, if I remember correctly or don't, my guess is he'll be gone. He'll come back, just like in other bars, other situations, and nothing will change. I
just want her to be like a strong. Can I say a bad word? No, I won't. A strong, empowered woman in charge of her business. Like
now I want to know what the bad word was.
Well, it started with an A.
An A. Okay.
But like, I feel like she doesn't believe she can do it on her own.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a mindset thing.
That's horrible. I don't think that she understands the gravity, the blessing that she has with John sitting across the table from John Taffer. And a lot of time these people, they don't get it. Like Marcus Lemonis walks into my office and it's like, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, dude, come on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like not even like you're so far from reality and thinking like not realizing the opportunity that you have to let $1 million, the privilege, the opportunity, the blessing to go out there and have somebody that's in your corner that's going to help you turn $1 million around, turn the whole ship around in an expensive rent area in a failing business.
And they don't know how much John charges other businesses to do that, right?
Yeah. I've never looked up his fees.
I am sure it's a lot. Well, I think he works for larger chains, right? To help them update and sort out problems. But I want to open a bar, run it into the ground, just so I can have John come tell me how to do it.
Well, there's so many of those businesses, though. You'd be lucky to have that happen. Like, you'd have to write such a compelling letter to get that to happen. But
during the meeting, there was a lot of confrontation. Carlos couldn't face it. The owners really couldn't face it either, and everybody just ran away.
I'd rather just, ride my bike on the beach and chill. He's like, he wants me to be responsible for it. Yeah, I'm responsible for it. Right, whatever.
We all would.
Just go away. Now I just want to punch him in the stomach.
Like to go to the beach and chill.
How much older do you think Carlos is than Allie?
Oh, I would say he's in his 40s and Allie's in her 20s.
Yeah, she is. She's probably 29 because she said she started when she was 23. So and it's probably been about 5 years. We'll say 5 years. So she's like 28, 29, and he's probably like in his mid to late 30s, manipulating this whole situation.
Totally.
John confronts. I guess Carlos couldn't take. John is red public.
Training wheels business. We're gonna fill it.
Where else can he be the boss?
Yeah, right.
He doesn't have the skills apparently.
And we'll see.
And you know what? Maybe that's not fair. Maybe he does have the skills, but he's just not doing. He's just choosing to not utilize them.
He gets to show up at work and hang out and be the boss.
Yep, without having to actually produce results. Which
And I'm sure with the right management, Carlos could be a superstar.
Yeah, probably.
We have our soft opening tonight. See what happens.
Well, we'll find out because we'll do an update at the end to see how Kilkenny's ended up.
He's moving fast enough. Sometime tonight, I want you guys to look into your souls and say, is my $900,000 safe with him or not? You have to separate business from personal.
Why even say 900,000? Like, how about million? Or how about like, I don't know if they own the bar, if they're leasing the bar, or what the situation. But like, what at that point, it's like it's not it's not even 900. It's like, what's your $2 million? Like the gravity. Like make it like really sticking. Like you're missing out. You're missing the boat.
Yeah. I'm really overwhelmed because I need a partner to work with on a day-to-day. If Carlos were not around, it would be me. And right now, I'm not prepared to do that.
What?
I mean, maybe she has something else going on, There's something like she has.
But she has her sister, right? So between
the two of them, but the sister does something else. I think
she goes to night school.
Yeah, but she could be there during the day, like helping, even just for a couple hours, like get things prepared. Again, prepare.
I don't know. It's their money. It's their future. You think they'd show up for it?
I mean, I'm also kind of impressed that the two of them, and under 30, if they're assuming they're both under 30, could even hold 900,000 in debt. Like that's an impressive feat.
They must own the building. They must own it.
Maybe.
Or something, or some other property. Because
somebody owns something. Because like you don't just get to have $900,000 of debt. Like
nobody's giving me a $900,000 anything.
We've got a whole bunch of glassware. It's from a company. It's called Thunder Group. It is absolutely unbreakable, and you wouldn't know it. So, time to make our new bar, guys.
That unbreakable glassware.
The soft opening.
Not unbreakable.
Revolutionary.
Oh, okay.
I was skeptical in the beginning. I'm skeptical now. Not sold on the guy. Not one bit.
Well, Lemon, our employees have been trained by my specialists. Now we're going to see how much they've learned. Let's see how well they can do when a bar is packed and they're busy.
John's team has recruited a large group of local residents to participate in the soft opening.
For the bartenders, this is hard.
Yeah,
I feel for them.
And you know what? In these early episodes, what I've noticed is they don't limit their menu, but they've also worked. It seems like they coincidentally have worked with chefs that actually have experience. So it's not like in a lot of these episodes are like, okay, we're just gonna make 2 items, like keep it as super as simple as possible, right? We're gonna make a kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. It would be really helpful in that case to just have, because you have so many people all flooding in at the same exact time, right? Which in restaurants it doesn't usually work that way. You have like a ramp up, and then it starts to come back down. And if you do it right, like look, I've never worked in the restaurant business, but I can tell you that if you don't if you intentionally space out your checks and you time everything the right way, it can work. But that's just from experience on the outside.
No, that's absolutely true. You just stagger it. Not a whole bunch of time, but you don't want anybody's ticket to get lost or the printer to get jammed during a rush.
Our staff faces their first test. making the new drinks on Michael's cocktail menu.
This is hard work. I'm not quite sure if I can remember all the recipes, but I guess I'm gonna wing it.
They didn't start with just like, hey, we're just gonna have 2 drinks. Like, yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like the growing pains of a show and understanding what works.
Ticking for the kitchen and wait staff.
People have expectations when they come to bars and restaurants. The industry standard for food out of a kitchen is about 12 minutes. When we run longer than that, we lose guests and we lose money.
Wrong side, wrong side. Got a table number over here?
A mix-up with table numbers has caused orders to pile up, leaving hungry customers waiting for food.
They need a
back here.
point of sale.
I don't know where food's going unless I got paper to take yours, right?
The wait staff is moving way too slow. We're not getting food out of the kitchen quick enough, and the slower we move the products, the less money we make.
Table 19, let's go.
I'll tell you, it's almost lunchtime, Carrie. I'm getting.
I know
hungry.
I'm hungry.
Confusion in the front of the house has created gridlock at the bar.
See what you can do to help them with their chaos a little here.
That's his fault. So his drinks, he's got to get it going.
Bar's general manager is responsible for expediting service.
You jump back there and you get it taken care of, buddy.
Oh, you're gonna GM.
But Carlos is passing the blame.
Yeah, they're your margaritas, so show them how to do it.
Okay, so we're about to have a real moment. You're the GM of this bar. You're gonna get back here and help expo this. I taught him how to make the margarita. I'll teach him again. You're going to expo this.
Expediting, or Expo for short, means to keep the orders organized so they can make their way from the bar to the server to the customer as efficiently as possible.
Go ahead.
How many margaritas do we need? What ticket do we have? The bottom line is this guy's not doing his job. I don't think he has any idea what his job really is.
Patron margarita. Look, what the hell?
He should be bar backing. He should be in the kitchen sorting out that mess. There's so much for a general manager to do at this time. You are basically everybody's support person. You're the one holding all this together and giving your team confidence to get through this, because it starts to get
excuses is what he's giving.
Super stressful. Yeah, there are no excuses. You make a decision and you commit like it's life or death.
Yep.
And if you make a mistake, oh well, you just keep going. That's it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Ding, ding.
He's the professional with these drinks. He's got to make those drinks. Come on, simple. Simple.
One of the biggest cancers is in this entire
What?
room is Carlos.
He's just standing there.
Carlos, he's a
He's watching somebody else drink. What?
He's got his cell phone. Oh, he's just on his BlackBerry.
Yeah, he's texting.
Oh my God.
Cool.
Oh, why, Carlos?
Leadership.
These people not work for him.
What's going on with Carlos?
This guy, he isn't out at Expo like a GM. He's not going to expo on the line. He's not solving problems, John.
So the business is running him. He's not
But see,
running
if you know how to work in a restaurant, if you've worked in a restaurant and have all this experience, you know how to expo. Everybody in the restaurant can expo, right?
Yeah, they should, right? They should all cross train and understand, how to jump in and again, if you if you just stagger things, you can also, alleviate some of this pain that everybody's feeling because it all came in at one time. Like a bus dropped people off and everyone
before every service, you have a plan, right? There's a team meeting. You say, if we're busy, we're going to attack it this way. If we're not busy, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And you would think that he would. Or be able to, considering he has all this experience apparently working in a restaurant,
like any restaurant.
But I wonder if the restaurant he worked at was Friendly's, because that place is slow AF. No matter what you, no matter when you're there, there could be 2 people. There could be you could be the only. I've been the only person in a Friendly's, and it took forever to get our food.
You know what? Service is actually slower when there's nobody there in a restaurant than when it's like busy, because when it's slow, people are cleaning and doing other tasks, and so you can get forgotten about.
Yeah, well, my local Friendly's, before they tore it down, they had the back room, and if you got sat in the back room, they would totally get forgotten.
The bar is an absolute disaster. He can't get anything done. Surprise, surprise. Carlos is incompetent.
Don't stress out about it. It's just I work in a calm manner. No, I'm not going to run around like a chicken. I may not run around sweating like a crazy person, but I'm taking care of what I need to take care of.
You know what's also interesting here is where is he dressed like this at? So was this filmed like after they redid the because I'm gonna guess that this is how he was dressed when they did the film, like when they just showed off the new bar.
Oh yeah.
Not only is Carlos proving to be incapable of managing the bar,
Put soda water. Squirt soda water. That's all check. Soda water that much. There you go. Down. Done.
he appears to be actively sabotaging John's efforts.
How was it? You like it a lot? Okay, cool. But $9 for some guacamole, that's pretty pricey. It won't be $9.
Oh.
$9. What?
Whoa.
Okay, number one.
First of all, has he
No.
bought an avocado ever?
I mean, yeah, like I mean, in Philly we have the Steven Starr restaurants, and their guacamole is like $13, but it comes in like a was it mortar and pestle, like it, and it's amazing. It's awesome.
And
but
making
it's expensive.
guacamole is an art. I don't
And
care.
it's on the beach. Have you never been to a beach, Carlos? Like you're literally standing at the beach.
Right.
Everything at the beach is more expensive.
It's more expensive. You expect to spend more money.
Absolutely. You want to open that cash register because everything's expensive there.
Plus, that's how he gets paid. I'm sorry.
Customers are enjoying the
That's
new
it.
menu.
He's not thinking about getting a raise, is he?
Absolutely.
Nice job, guys. That was a nice push, yeah? Sour look good?
You know what it is? It's trying to he's trying to establish his I know better, right?
Yeah.
But he's not actually doing the part where he demonstrates that he knows better. He's just acting like, oh yeah, no, I definitely know better.
Look good? You get some rest, okay? You get some sleep? Because tomorrow, full menu.
Like that food was so good, the chef was eating.
I'm really very proud.
Did you catch that?
No, I didn't. Did I miss that?
Yeah, he was like, they showed a shot.
Get some sleep?
Oh yeah,
right
he's
there.
eating.
Yep.
Full menu.
I'm really very proud, guys.
In a matter of about an hour and 40 minutes, we're going to rip this place to shreds. So as you're walking out the door, say goodbye.
Before calling in the
See,
night,
she,
John
the
takes
Allie
and
looks
Alexis outside to make his
nervous,
case
but
against
like,
Carlos.
Let me see. Let's go back.
how are you gonna hire?
Before calling in tonight, John takes Allie and Alexis outside.
Like,
to make
isn't
his
getting
case
something
against Carlos.
redecorated exciting?
It's supposed to be.
Right?
It is supposed to be.
Like, they're not gonna make it look worse.
You would think, but they also don't know. Like again, this show didn't
don't trust
exist,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Well, the show didn't exist. Like they don't know. They're in trouble. They needed help, but they don't really know what they're getting in for because they've never seen the sample work, probably.
I'm going to tell you after watching the place tonight, this guy is the kiss of death. And in my view, he will cause you to fail.
John is telling me his opinion
Yep.
is he thinks Carlos should be gone. I don't know about that.
Well, I don't think it's
Is the place run?
fair
Okay.
to
That
blame
what?
Carlos, though.
Oh,
'cause-
that's a hot take there. All right, go ahead. You
They're
got the
in
floor.
charge. They're the boss. When you're the boss, everything is your fault.
Yes, 110%. But they are not. They are actively making the decision, and I can't believe that Alexis hasn't turn to her sister and be like,
Come
I don't-
on.
What are you not watching what I'm watching? Are we not seeing the same things happen here? Like, oh, he's people are running around trying to get drinks, making drinks wrong, and Carlos has got his phone out, like boom, boom, boom. Like it doesn't. I don't care how old you are. My 4-year-old could understand that that's probably not good.
There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, definitely not good.
Better? Are your costs lower? Are your revenues higher? Is there any real effect on your business when he's here? So
He
here's the
makes
deal.
me feel
24
good.
hours. Do some soul searching, spend
But
some time
he
together,
very
and we're gonna
obviously
sit down
doesn't.
tomorrow and make a decision about
I'm
Carlos.
not making her. Does she look like she feels good?
No, but isn't that like the victim mentality or the Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah.
Allie was
Stockholm.
out. Kilkenny team of designers to overhaul the pub's drab, confusing look and transform it into a bar fit for a peer.
After going through everything we've gone through, I'm so
Everyone's in
anxious.
blind.
I'm getting a second
There
chance.
is nothing that looks good about that. I'm glad I'm sure they quickly figured out that was probably not
Yeah.
a good look.
We've gone through. I'm so anxious. Today I feel like I'm getting a second chance.
Take those blindfolds off, but don't turn around, guys.
Though maybe it was hard because of the way they had to walk up to it to get there. I don't know.
Beach people.
All they need to do is turn around.
Walk backwards down the boardwalk.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even
That's
think about
probably
that. Okay,
that's
yeah.
probably why they thought like, yeah, let's just go with the blindfold thing. We'll make a chain. Everybody hold each other's shoulder.
Here because of the beach lifestyle.
Let's see what how Carlos is dressed up. Oh, there you go. That's how he's dressed up.
Because of the beach lifestyle. They visit here.
Yep,
See?
yep.
Yep. The movie magic.
Because of the beach lifestyle. Well, now it's time to say goodbye to the Irish bar and give them something that fits the beach lifestyle. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes. On a count of 3. 3, 2, 1. There it is.
Oh my god. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
That looks great.
It matches
I love the sign. Surfboard
her
awesome.
personality, Allie's young personality with the flower in her hair.
Yep.
Like, her style doesn't scream Irish pub.
No, not at all. Not at all.
The name Breakwall just rolls off the tongue. Kilkenny's was brown and dark and orange, and this is so bright and refreshing. I cannot wait to go inside. I can't wait to see it.
Okay, come on in, guys. Let's go inside.
Go, Allie.
Ooh.
Wow.
This is nice.
I mean, it definitely is a huge improvement here.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Although it doesn't look like such a dramatic change like they do in the later episodes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they have, budgets and things, and there's
Yeah.
only so many sponsors that they have for a show that didn't exist yet.
Bars,
That's
people
true.
don't go to places, they flow through to places. So now we've created
But yeah,
a
the
surfboard pattern in the
surfboard
room. What makes
style,
people stay in a bar?
like
Social
tables.
interaction. We wanted to bring the beach into the bar. So we opened up this wall. When you look across and you'll see the shiny tables reflect off the beach. And all the tabletops bring the beach inside. What we wanted to do is
Definitely.
take this and make it important.
Lighter.
So now what we
And the
created
bartenders
is
can now
cell back
see.
here with the beautiful ocean view and
Yeah.
premium seating both.
They can see their customers, which is helpful, when you're serving them.
Hey, look at that. Look what showed up. How about that? Let's get some claps there for that. That's awesome.
And then hopefully you got them a PAR system.
Call my buddies at pointorsalesystems.com.
Hopefully.
Right now,
They
we'll
need
find
it.
All of your accounting problems. We'll help you with our inventory tracking issues and such.
Yes.
I want to show you something. Here's our menu. Simple. When we took the
So,
old
look. Did you catch that?
simple.
Allie still like
Look
everybody
at
else
her.
seems like I don't know about
Excited.
Mr. Dude over here, but like she doesn't seem very
Look at
excited
her
there.
posture is even like defeated. And you know what I
Yeah.
think she might be thinking in the back of her mind is how Carlos is going to react to this.
Maybe.
When we took the old
Maybe.
menu to Eye Tracking Inc., they put it on a laser tracking system that tracks the person's eyes and where they go.
So that's some awesome technology that like literally every business could use for like your websites, heat maps. There's so many things you could utilize that kind of, you don't have to pay somebody to do it, but there's services that like facilitate said types of things
Oh, I want to
for very cheap.
do that.
Yeah, right. Well, you can get heat maps for your website, but you could also. There's actually a website called like the user experience or something. I don't know what the actual name is, but if you Google, like, you can actually pay other people to turn their webcam on, screen share, and view your website and give you like feedback. Right? Yeah. I don't think it's very expensive. Like, you could get like 20, 30 people to do it, and then at least you know where people are looking. Because like when you're putting something together, when somebody else sees something, it's like two different ideas are coming out of the same thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The person's eyes and where they go. Your old menu led everybody's eyes to the lowest profit items. So rather than causing people to buy profitable things, you cause people to buy lower profit things. This menu is very simple. The boxed item up there is your most profitable item. Okay, guys, our relaunch is in a couple hours, guys. Let's go.
Like guacamole was like still $9.
Yeah, $9.95.
Was it $8? Or I thought it was $8.95.
$8.95
for tonight. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, she
All I
seemed
know,
excited there.
When I go to a restaurant and I'm presented with too many options, I'm gonna take forever.
So you don't go to the Cheesecake Factory, I guess.
No. I like the smaller the menu, the better. And my husband probably likes that too because he gets his food faster.
Yeah, right? Well, it does. It speeds up production.
It's sure to be one of the busiest nights the bar has seen in years. An hour before the grand reopening, customers anxiously line up outside.
Clock's ticking.
John's experts and the breakwall staff rush to make last-minute preparations before the doors open.
Swordfish sliders. How many to an order? Hey, 1, 2, 3.
But one person refuses to get with the program.
So now you're going to run everything like you normally would, so it won't cause too much confusion.
Carlos threatens to undo John's work by instructing the staff to go back to their old ways.
The other thing we have to get the prices down for the drinks. They're going to use the POS system basically just for shots and whatnot. There's going to be a bottleneck on drinks because they're going to make all these specialty drinks that take longer to make.
I don't think that this kind of stuff, your reaction just says it all. I don't think that this has ever happened in the, I mean, I've watched not every episode, but like almost every episode of Bar Rescue. I don't think that.
I don't ever
maybe
remember
once or
anything
twice,
like that.
but God, why? Why would you?
Yeah. He says he supports these women. He supports Allie 100%, and he's taking money out of her pocket. Like,
yeah, in a newly renovated like business, like no,
it's
no.
so sad.
It is sad. It is infuriating.
So if you get some people that are going to be a little bit like upset about it, you know, I'll work out a way where I can give them like a little coupon to come back the next.
Like let me tell you, this guy right here is so lucky he didn't have John Taffer like 3 years later, because John Taffer would have been right in his face, like screaming at him at the top of his lungs.
He deserves it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I want to scream at him.
Yeah.
Like
me too.
And you know what? Here he is on television basically saying, I'm going to make sure that this company doesn't get paid.
Yes. And again, this may be reality TV, so we don't know if they, you know, but like, hey, it would be good to like be like, the bad guy and like do dumb things.
But he still has to get a job. No matter what, like if he gets fired, if the business goes under, you know, whatever.
And
like,
he'll have to get a real job where he actually has like, you know, responsibilities and expected results.
If I Google him and see this, I'm gonna be like, oh, I think I'm gonna pass on that.
No way. Nope.
You know, I'll work out a way where I can give him like a little coupon to come back the next time. Can I sit with you and Alexis for just 5 minutes? Okay.
Alexis. I worked really hard for you the past few days, and within minutes, Carlos is walking around this building saying he's going to change the menu, he's going to change the recipes, he's drinking your products, and I also wanted you to be aware that yesterday, the water company came here to turn your water off. I talked them out of it, but they're coming back tomorrow morning. You know, why did I stop these guys? Why didn't he? We had a deal yesterday that I was going to give you 24 hours to make a decision on him. I'd like to hear what decision you've made.
We're gonna go with the winner here. We're gonna stick with the winner. That's what that face is telling me. I'm going to GM the restaurant. I'm going to get this thing off the ground. But she's going to general manager.
Yeah.
You got 20 minutes before we open. You should address this.
Where you on?
To talk, we need to talk now.
Why?
Did you tell the kitchen people we're changing the menu?
Alexis.
No.
Alexis.
No,
Do not yell like that. Do not.
I'm not yelling. I'm not
You're not going to be here cooking in the kitchen tomorrow. You're going to have to adjust it to what our cooks can do and what
They
can do.
just trained them. What do we need to go back to what we were doing before?
I'm not going to argue with you about it.
Well, good. You're not supposed
you're right.
to.
Like, no one wants to argue. Ding, 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 ding. That's the point. There's the door. Oh, wait, we're already outside. Don't worry about it. Just see yourself down the steps.
It's not going to be easy.
I'm already the manager.
That's right.
So I'm going to manage it, so let me do it.
What?
Allie steps up.
Are you asking for permission?
So let me do it? No. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, that's it. Goodbye. That's it. It's over. You had your run. You tried. Or didn't.
Takes control of the bar, but despite John's reservations, keeps Carlos on in a lesser role. She then gathers the staff for a pep talk.
It's going to be crowded because people are energized and excited. Anybody that asks for anything, you help them. Don't wait for another server. If I see you guys not working as a team, whoever I see is gone.
Well, hold the phone here. Where was this the whole time? Where was this?
I hope she sticks with that. Even if she doesn't keep the business, whatever happens, I hope she is that woman forever.
Yeah, she should. I don't know where like all of a sudden it became a thing. Like
That's a woman who owns a business.
yeah, not the other. What? Not at the beginning.
You guys gotta care too. And nobody is drinking a damn thing. At all.
Now the business is firmly in Allie's control, and after 5 days of transformation, John's bar rescue method is complete.
Let's rock and roll. All right.
It's time to open the doors to Redondo's newest beach bar, the Break Wall. Within moments, the bar is full.
All right, I got my rum. I got my simple syrup.
The signature margaritas are a huge hit.
How's your drinking?
They're delicious.
Customers love the fish tacos and the new beach barbecue.
I love the change. Everybody loves the food, and everybody's doing really well. And
That's awesome.
I'm really happy.
In just 1 hour,
I mean that. Hold on. Let me go back here a second here. So
I'm really happy.
look at that. That is thoroughly packed there.
And you know what? The crowd is much younger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because the bar lends itself to it. It's not a dive Irish bar.
the bar has sold 3 times as much food and alcohol as it had on the same night a week prior.
How's your night going?
And even the bartenders look happier.
Yeah.
And the kitchen, well, what they showed of the kitchen looks organized. Like somebody knows how to run a kitchen, which is obviously the chef guy here.
Yes.
Streamlining
But-
orders,
What do we got?
Everything's good, baby. We're rock and rolling. Yeah, fish tacos. Let's go.
Breakwall staff is delivering the new menu items in a record time.
The food's coming out of the kitchen. It's looking good. It's getting faster and faster, and the staff is getting more proficient. Hi, guys.
Hi.
You made some money tonight. You guys can pay some bills tomorrow.
Yeah.
You are ready to run this place. You have a.
You better pay some bills. You ain't gonna have no water. Apparently.
You didn't have 5 days ago.
We can't thank you enough for everything you did, really. This was so meaningful and so valuable.
It's been an amazing night. The place is packed, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna open tomorrow night with the same type of business.
We've made it to the end of the journey, and it's been a long trip. Allie and Alexa seem to be taking control. They can start to embrace the future, and I wish them the best.
They just like
So let's
brightened
see.
up.
All right. Yeah. Right.
Oh.
It's just all right. So 90 days after the relaunch, length of stay and liquor sales have improved substantially. Carlos has embraced the changes by John, including the price of the guacamole. Good for him. The margaritas continue to be handmade. Allie remains as head manager. Good. But what I wonder what Carlos is doing then? Like bouncer? Like
Like jack of all trades.
right, yeah. So I don't know, just doing something.
Whatever.
So let me open up here to here. So Kenny's or Kilkenny's Irish pub had horrible reviews and closed in January 2012.
So what was it? Like what were the reviews?
Well, that's a great question. I can quickly pull that up here. Bar and Grill reviews. Ooh, that 26 reviews, 1.5 stars. Is this it? Was this? Yeah, I guess that's.
So that's strange.
Yeah.
Like only 25 reviews and they were on television. Or did they close after that aired?
Well, this aired in. Did that say it didn't have a date on there? July 2011 is when it appeared on TV. So just like a year later, it was closed. Told the local paper Breakwall, like many businesses, closed its doors in early January because it was impossible to keep it open. Sadly, we had no choice. We truly thank our patrons, employees, the community for support over the last 6 years. And in that article, there's tons of comments from locals who blame Carlos for the closure and and some not so nice things to say about him.
And that could be it.
Yeah. So I mean to me, he really should have went. She should have cut him loose. Showed him the door and pushed him out on his way. I mean, not even a year later, it was closed because what was it? 2011, July of 2011. So like literally like 5 months later, 6 months later, they're closed. That's a shame.
Between Carlos and the amount of debt they had, right? So it may not have been worth it for them to keep it open. Too.
No, it may not have been. But so that's a real shame that it happened that way, and it, a lot of these episodes do go that way, unfortunately. And I can hear your cat crying.
I know. He's so sad.
Oh.
He hopes that Allie and Alexis, I think her name was, like, have gone on to be more successful in whatever they're doing because now they have all these mad skills.
Yep. I hope so. I hope so. Anyway, thank you all for watching this Biz Coach Reacts video, the first ever with a guest biz coach. Well, you're not a business coach, but guest reactor.
Nerd.
That's a guest nerd. Yes, that's guest business
super
geek.
nerd.
Carrie, how can everybody get in touch with you?
You can go to yayapodcasting.com and find everything about me, including a way to email me, call me, follow me on the socials, whatever resonates with you.
Oh, awesome. And they absolutely should. Carrie, you are great. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for watching this video. Make sure you get subscribed so you don't miss another Biz Coach Reacts video. And don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm so that other super entrepreneurs like yourself can find and watch this awesome content and learn from it. If you want to get in touch with me, it's at Super Joe Pardo on all social media. If you want to learn how you can work with me on growing your profit for your business, go over to superjoepardo.com. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.